Hey, Ophiuchus, how are you guys out there? Pray you all are well. Welcome to Ophiuchus and me. Appreciate all of you guys for stopping by here with me today to see what's going on. Old and new, I appreciate every single last one of you guys. Thank you so very much. Hope you like, hope you stay, hope you enjoy the reading. Hope you have a good day. Also, and it is March 29th, 2025, and it is 2:11 p.m. currently. It is a partial solar eclipse, or it was today. However the case, I felt it was time to do a reading, and it also is a Saturday, or the Sabbath, however you see things. So I will be pulling out my Rotomundi Tarot deck at the end. So yeah, guys, if you're new, I do Oracle, I do Index, I do 3 decks of Tarot. Okay. So I'm going to use this here Earthcraft Oracle first. It's the season, planting your seeds, and yeah, sowing your seeds, beginning anew. Spring is here. Passover is soon. The new year, new beginnings. Here we go. One more time. All right, here we go. Okay, so it wants to show up. So I don't know if it's continuing energy, but number 3, that was the card that we got last read, because this is the deck that I used the last time I did a reading. Okay, for this channel. So ultimately, yes, everything is about balance. And, you know, with the eclipse, the moon and the sun, just as that card was depicting. I always get this card. I'm going to put it back, okay? Something of the nature of, like, your friends or people that hold you up or something like that. Okay. 2 cards flew out here. Same card was just at the bottom when that other card flew out. But however the case, we have here forest bathing. So some of you guys could like to really go like on hikes in the forest. Maybe some of you guys have your own chickens that hatch beautiful eggs for you because they are expensive. Yeah, maybe, you know, just you like being in nature, like planting, you know, maybe you're going to start learning about it or something like that. Then you have, so that was the number 10, breaks down also to a number 1. You have the number 2, and you have the number 5. Okay, accept your gifts and ceremony. Interesting. It reminds me of some sort of shamanic like type ceremony or something, you know, in the forest, you know. And maybe you're inquiring about something like that, or you would like to maybe take, you know, and a journey and have someone do some sort of ceremony on you, or you found out when you did some sort of, I don't know, have some sort of experience in that route. I don't know. It has something to do with some people here that have some sort of powers, I'm imagining. Because that's the first thing I got, really. So here we have it. Accept your gifts. Your unique gifts are what make you who you are, and they are the most natural path to finding your purpose. For some, gifts may come in the form of a green thumb or an innate ability to heal animals. For others, their gifts might be compassion, strong intuition, and a naturally open heart. Gifts are as varied as the billions of people who live on this earth, and no two people or no two gifts are exactly the same. Okay, it is common to receive this card when you are doubting yourself and your natural talents. A part of us always knows, a part of us always knows what we're good at. We receive little moments of clarity when doing something that sparks curiosity, joy, familiarity, and excitement. Accepting your natural gifts is like the sun rising on a new day. It brings light and clarity after a period of darkness or a sense of feeling lost. Using your gift will feel natural, as though you can't imagine how life would be without it. Doubting your gifts drains your power. If you're feeling unmotivated, lacking in energy, or confused, it is likely because you must learn to trust in yourself again. Believe in your ability to know what feels right in your soul. Accept your gifts. They will bring light to the path of confidence, joy, and fulfillment. Okay. Your intuition won't steer you wrong. Here, number 5. A ceremony is a marked occasion that invites you to slow down, bringing magic, tradition, and sacred intention into your otherwise mundane routine. Ceremonies create an energetic space where you can turn inward to connect your inherent magic with that of the earth. Taking the time to prepare and do things right, like a caterpillar spinning himself into a chrysalis. The caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly every day, and he is in no rush. He takes his time, following the proper steps, and when his transformational rite of passage is complete, he spreads his wings to share his magic with the world. Remade. The ceremony card guides you to prioritize moments of sacredness. You may be rushing a goal or taking shortcuts in an effort to see results, only to find yourself taking one step forward and 2 steps backwards. Having a ceremonial practice is a way of slowing down and allowing proper time for your magic to brew. Take some time to connect with your goals in a sacred way by adding small elements of ceremony into your life by lighting candles while doing research on a project, dedicating a specific journal where you write details for your plan, or making a special tea blend to drink solely as you work on a goal. Okay. All right. Take time to honor the take time to honor the waking of a new day through a sacred ceremony every morning. Find a comfortable place to sit, preferably by a sunny window or outside. Light your white candle as you bring the flame to the wick. Set your intentions of gratitude for this new day. Just basically that balance, all this yellow radiating here. A lot of yellow there. Solar plexus, yes, you have the free will to do as you like. here. Okay. There's so much within you. Okay. So much to offer the world. Okay. And right now, you may be feeling an extra uh, jolt or and a heightened, sense or feeling of confidence. Maybe they said once you live in your true energy and accept who you are and take those moments to take that in, like have your own ceremony in the forest, tuning in, staying tapped in, grounded, and all of that. That's what it sounds like to me. Ceremonies create an energetic space where you can turn inward and connect with the inherent magic with that of the earth, So, just staying balanced is really everything, guys. So, appreciate all of you guys. Let's see what we get with some index cards here. Slow motion, yeah, well, you need to take it slow. That's fine. No need to rush through life. No need to rush at all. In the background, somebody said, I'll catch you when you fall. That's God, right? And God catches us when we fall. Angels that are working with him. You're a doctor or a nurse? And sometimes you probably feel like that if you are a doctor or a nurse, like, oh my gosh, so many times you're tired, Take that time to breathe. God is right there with you. I can only imagine how stressful, like being an ER doctor, something like that could be. It's so rewarding if you're doing it for all the right reasons. Okay, cold-hearted. I had that last time. Some people may think that you are cold-hearted. Maybe you're very serious. Maybe you don't smile a lot. Something like that. Okay. Or maybe you just cut people off and people couldn't understand it or something like that. Someone's name starts with the letter C. Clarissa, Candy, Craig, Candace, Charles, Corvette, Classic, Adventures. Um, it would be so nice if only for one night. Luther Vandross. Okay, one night. If you hear my dogs in the background, excuse them. My son just went outside, making them go crazy. The sun rises each day. Live in it, honey. Okay, here we go. So we can start this reading. I appreciate you guys for being so patient. If you are still here, thank you so very much. Let's get this reading going. Fiance or spouse to be. Okay. So here you have it. First card, Cadillac. All right. Life is a quest. You want to buy a Cadillac? Go for it. So I told my mother, and she was alive. She was like, I want to buy that car. I want to buy that car. I want to buy that car. It just cost so much. She already had a Cadillac. I said, girl, go on ahead. You only live once. And, you know, it's what I had to tell her so she didn't feel bad about purchasing a car. The car note was going to be. I'm looking for my charger right now, guys. Give me 1 second. What in God's name is going on here? Okay, sorry about that. Okay, she was like, oh my gosh, this car note is just going to be so much. I said, if you can afford it, Mom, just do it. You only live once. You want the car? Buy the car. And she bought the car. All right, 7 whole days and not a word from you. That's Tony Braxton. Oh, big purchase. All right. Buy your Cadillac. Very magnetic and magnificent. You are very considerate. New skill being learned this time. They feel inadequate. You are vegan or vegetarian or in the process of maybe becoming. Road trip in your new Cadillac. California lifestyle. You could possibly live here in California, or you would like to live in California. You like the beaches and all of that. All is well. I'm going to have to go outside and tell him to shut his trap in just a minute. If my son doesn't, my son just lets them bark like, oh, you know, you're free to do whatever you like. Just bark like crazy. Who's going to stop you? It's like, they're loud. They light up this whole neighborhood. Like, you hear them 2 blocks away type barking. I live by a stream of water. Seems like a dream. God knows you best. Picture perfect. Enthusiastic energy. New zest for life. You could drive a truck. Cadillac truck. A pediatrician. Let's give this a try. He likes white chocolate women. You could be into journaling. I believe it said something about that there with the ceremony. Go outside, go within. Okay, ready for a solid commitment. Oh, there it is. Spend some time in nature. All right, very important. Someone's name starts with the letter J. James. Janice. Uh, baby, if oh, baby, if you want me, you got to show me love. Robin S. Enjoy the journey. Okay. From St. Luke, chapter 1, verse 37. For with God nothing shall be impossible. Live life in love. It's free. The ball is in your court. The color orange also that she had here on her jacket. You could like orange. It also represents the sacral chakra thing. You know, like I said, having this newfound confidence within yourself, understanding self, staying balanced within self. You know, great energies, let them flow. Flight attendant. You could be a bachelor here. Or in search of a bachelor. Love eating fruit. Collaborate with them. See where it goes. You live in the suburbs. Go dancing. I wanna know your name. That's the whispers. Somebody sounds like somebody's seeing you from afar. I said that in the last reading. You have a crush or something like that. Somebody wants to know your name. You're the kind of girl that I adore. That's an old song. That's oldies. Step into the light. Okay, you could like to crochet. We used to get this card all the time when I first started the channel. Okay, and stay low key. Smooth sailing though from here because you are grounded. Can't figure you out. Like maybe you're really eccentric or just unpredictable. Um, Someone's delusional. And someone's wealthy. Those two things do not go good together. Try me. CEO, Chief Executive Officer. Give up the fear. No need to have that. Only in the Most High power. And here, YHWH. And blue. Next color. Sacral. Sorry. The, my goodness. I can't think for all of a sudden. The, throat chakra. Okay. So, you have the orange, you have the blue, the yellow energy. Okay. Okay. And then here, sorry, straightforward. All right. Ooh, what deck? I'm gonna still pull these real quick, and then I may be able to figure it out a little bit better after I pull these next three. So runoff energy from the last reading of the balance, and then coming into this, some sort of gift that you have. Okay. A healing energy, more than likely, because this is Ophiuchus, right? So, and it's good that you are getting more grounded and in tune with yourself. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna get 3 of these cards, and then I'll start with the tarot. Okay. Oh, in reverse. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I don't take them in reverse, okay? But since it's just a bottom energy card, I'll throw it out there just for the sake of, okay. So competition in reverse. There is, like I always say, there's a card out here. There's no such thing as competition. We're all our own individuals out here that have our own pathways. There's no need to feel like, oh, just because there's a lot of competitors in terms of, there's a lot of people that signed up for the same position or whatever. But ultimately, there's no competitors. I am who I am. You are who you are. We're both great, But in terms of degrees, yeah, we could talk. Yeah, I have one. You don't. We can compare and there, and competition spaces, whatever. But other than that, no. So you're not one of those type of people that are here to compete with anyone. Okay. But yes, there are individuals out there that think like that all the time, and that focus on, I don't know, that being that type of energy, I guess, to make it difficult for you or something, or try to make it difficult for you. Yeah, but yeah, you have nothing but joy here. That's a pretty card. It's a very pretty card. I need. Let me see if this deck gives me the numbers. I know this one is Judgment. This one is Rest. I think this card came out in the last reading too. I really do believe so. Yeah, that's funny. Alright, so this is the Sun card. Okay. Joy. And this here is Judgment. So, it seems like a dream or something like that. Or maybe you're actually now in this space of rest. All is well. Separation. In a space where you're isolated, resting. That's just what it is. That's how you get your wings or whatever. Next level. That's gonna put you into this space. Super happiness. So, right, since we're talking about your journey, and you could be journaling this experience that you're having at this time or about to have or something like that. If I split it on the Five of Cups and the Chariot, okay, I said in this isolation space, maybe not knowing that there is maybe someone considering you or something like that, or trying to come towards you, maybe even with the Chariot and the Five of Cups. Okay, there we go. Eight of Cups. Walking away. The moon there. Phases of the moon. Wow. Okay. Full moon energy. Yeah, walking away from it. First card, Ace of Cups. A new moon energy. You can't see it. Just a little piece of the crescent after it's begun. So yeah, you know, like onto something new. With the Ace of Cups falling on top of enthusiastic energy, walking towards just new energy, new everything. Ready for a solid commitment though. Here with the Temperance card, keeping things well balanced once again. New zest for life. Ready to dibble dabble, play around in waters, energies. Okay. Once again, walking away from into a space of rest, vacation, a place of restoring self. Here with the Strength card, learning to really love self. You know, it's alchemizing this energy here, the Temperance. Calm, and then, you know, releasing the energy. Holding on to whatever you need to hold on to stay focused. Okay. The Lovers. I'm making a choice because things are heavy or become heavy. Life is a quest. Enjoy the journey. Walking away from chaos into peace. Oh, wow. I'm not going to say what she just said. It was dark. But here, Page of Pentacles. Maybe you felt some sort of dark energy or something around some people and had to leave or rebalance yourself. And with the Judgment, you shed some skin, get away, rest. Okay. So here from the Page of Pentacles to the actual Ace of Pentacles, like you making that investment was the best thing you could have possibly made, whatever it was, in yourself, separating yourself from, going to a place to rebalance yourself, going to go, like I said, have this shamanic like type experience somewhere, maybe even. I'm not too sure what it is that you're doing or did or about to do. Okay. But here with the Two of Swords coming here next, I think that whatever it was, something that you probably didn't even see coming, but you're like, oh, well, it's here, so I'm going to go for it, or something like that. And here, the Four of Swords, which is this here four, is just rest. It's ultimate rest, a place of rest, a place of understanding, a place of peace. Okay. Ultimate joy over here in Four of Pentacles. Hold on to that as tight as you can, honey. Okay. All that goodness. Six of Cups. That represents reconciliations, nostalgia. You know, just different energies of things. And things when you were younger, just relationships. It can mean a lot of different things. Okay. So here we go. Here's the second deck. I appreciate you, Ophiuchus, for being here with me today. Thank you so very much. If you're still here with me right now, thank you guys, all of you guys, so very much for all the love and the support. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please and thank you. And of course, only if you like. I appreciate it all. Here's the second deck, and we still have two more. All right. Here we go. The Hierophant. So, yes. Ceremonies of is the number 5. Here you have the ceremony number 5. Okay. Energy of change. Something could be changing in your life at this time, right? With all the energies of eclipses, moons, full, new, all of that. So, yeah, it's a lot of energy right now. Well, the 6 of Cups. It's right here, 6 of Cups. Okay. So, it could be someone that you know from your past. This energy is creeping up. Somebody that you know maybe when you were younger. Somebody you're going to run into or something like that. It says there, collab with them to see where it goes. Even though the world represents some sort of conclusion, it could be a cyclical like type energy too, right? Because it's round. Could be representation of the world, internet, meeting on internet, something like that. Or some sort of traveling, maybe to some sort of sacred ground or something, so you could get this ultimate rest. Whatever it is that you're walking away from, is ending that. We have here that fell out the Ace of Cups here, which is here, and the Queen of Swords, which is Libra sign, air sign, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, air sign, or someone that is just very intellectual, very smart, likes to speak. You have here the Knight of Wands, represents just having this energy of doing things the way that you see fit, not allowing anyone to come in and stop what you have going on. Okay, here with the 7 of Wands in reverse. That's about setting up some sort of boundaries. You know, like you're in your own bubble, you're doing your own thing, maybe possibly, and people trying to, with the 6 of Cups, come around or intervene, maybe, what you have going on, or infringe, or I don't know what type of energy it is on, how deep it is. Okay. But you like have to set up some sort of boundary so people understand, like, you know, just because I know you or whatever, you know, yeah, don't be delusional or something like that, you know. Anyhow, 10 of Cups, okay. That's a lot of good times, family times. Like I said, you could maybe have a lot of family all over the world, traveling, seeing family at this time, something like that. Or just maybe focusing on family. Just say ready for a solid commitment. Okay. And then you have here the Knight. Another Knight on top of a Knight, but he's in reverse, and it's the Knight of Swords. So, not knowing what to say to somebody or something, maybe possibly. or you're not, or you're not saying something. Now with the Knight of Cups, I feel there's like a energy of just. I always say immature. The Knight, like night and night. The Knight of Wands, just like I just say that's the I do what I want to do card, but it can also mean just like a frisky like type energy. It's still I do what I want to do, but the Knight of Cup, that is somebody that is ready to come in and offer you something. So that energy here with the Six of Cups, it could be, like I said, someone that you've known since you were younger. But be careful. Okay. All right, here we go, guys. Here is the third deck. Let's see what we got. Wow. Ace of Cups. In the background, she said, "You must be my lucky star." Okay, so Ace of Cups, and another Ace of Cups that flew out with that deck on the floor. So, somebody is either really wanting to make some sort of love offer to you. That's all that's on their mind. Or, the Queen of Wands in reverse. You're not focused on like anything at this time. Like nothing is more or less turning on like in that realm. You're like focused on yourself, or you're not really productive at this time. Right, you're in a rest state. You're not really active here, even though the Three of Cups wants to come out. Or maybe even not active like that, going out with your friends and things like that. Maybe you're always like that, enthusiastic energy, this bachelor or bachelorette or whatever, fire energy. But Seven of Swords. Something isn't clear or something, like I said, it could be just on some different like type vibration energy or whatever. If it's in terms of somebody who doesn't know what to say, you do have a card out here that says they feel inadequate but ready for a solid commitment. That could be the whole you have to make boundaries for, yourself and know what it is that you want, not just because someone else wants it or whatever, Um, yeah, Page of Cups here, falling right on top of the same space. I want to say where. Oh no, that was a Page of Pentacles. My bad. And where did it go? Oh right, it was there. Okay, so Page of Pentacles. Now I have a Page of Cups here on top of this Ace of Cups. Like I said, maybe you would go on a date. It says collab with them and see where it goes, but talk on the phone first, because something doesn't, make sense. No need in even proceeding. Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, no need in wasting your time and thought about anything. And I guess right now that's where you're at. Like, you're doing you. Like, that's Ten of Cups. Ten of Pentacles, that's the energy that you're always, I guess, thinking about, or can't wait to have or something like that, or it's always your focus. You're, the ultimately balanced, and resource and love, relationships, you know, work, all that. The Hermit, finding your light, your direction. You're moving right now, maybe in silence, getting more tuned and more in tuned and tapped in with yourself. Okay. Um, I'm trying to figure out which deck I want to use last. I'm gonna use this deck. Alright, so, well, not last, but last regular tarot deck, okay? So here we go. Let's see what we get. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. And I mean, low-key looks like he's gonna get stood up. I mean, don't ghost the person, you know, but, I don't know. Maybe it's just when you, it's super shocking, like, you know, that first date, you know, don't be surprised if something unexpected pops up. But be ready and answer honestly. Alright, so looks like somebody wants to come in on you, but like I said, be careful. There's some sort of energy that could be possibly just a little bit toxic, you know, obsessed about being with you, okay? So the Two of Swords now is coming up in reverse. So it's like you'll be able to see clearly. You know, you have gifts. You'll be able to see it, okay? So, you're, like I said, something pops up on this first or second date out of nowhere, this ring or something. It's like, huh? You know, what is going on? You know, Five of Coins. You know, maybe even if this person is playing on your, you know, position right now, maybe you're feeling like, you know, oh, you could use some help or something like that. So this person's coming around right at the right time. Or don't fall for it, even if that, you know, if it's just, like I said, be honest, be truthful with yourself. Like, don't just do it because it's someone that you recognize, that you feel comfortable with, you know. You have to be honest with yourself, you know, here with the Hierophant, right? Stay tuned in with yourself here on top of the devil, you know. It's a balance, you know. But which is more important? Which side are you going to lean more towards? Okay, for with God nothing shall be impossible. Okay, so you know you haven't been living life with this person, so and I hear all they come along trying to throw this new energy. You know, we can do this, blah 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 that. You know, Page of Wands, new adventures, but is that what you want? You know, you always ask yourself these questions, right? Three of Cups. Could be a friend too, right? Three of Cups here. Once again, I'm not going to take it, okay? Maybe you just need to spend that time. Yeah, you have the alone time, the Hermit, or with just people that you really do consider friends, true friends, you know. Or this person is coming back around. This nostalgic Six of Cups could be a friend, okay? The Tower in reverse. So, however this transpires, I think that it's going to be an understood vibration at the end of it all. Here with the High Priestess, because you know that's the whole, you know, just understanding what needs to be said. You know, you see you could see that if you do X, Y, and Z, you would have a certain outcome or something like that. Accepting the gifts that God gives you, being able to see that this is not your person. You see what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with that. And it's going to save you a lot of hardship and hurt and all of that in between. So now let's pull 3 cards and wrap this reading up, guys. Appreciate you guys for being here with me. Let's see what we get. Oh. Making a choice, the Lover's card, injustice. Okay, yeah. You got the Lovers out here, too. So it's a lot of different things popping off with this reading. Like I said, most importantly, like 360, wrapping it all the way back around where I started. The card, the balance, which was a continuation from the last reading. Everything requires really true balance. Just like this devil in the Hierophant, okay? To the High Priestess. You see what I'm saying? The dark and the light, the sun and the moon. You feel me? So, yeah, the strength. It takes a lot of strength to embody all of these great qualities, but you are an Ophiuchus. Don't forget it. Alright, so you have powers, gifts, capabilities of healing oneself, being able to see into things, into your own life or situations, or break things down a little bit more to help you on your path. Okay, thank God for that gift. Alright, so here we have it. I'm going to pull 3 of these last cards for you guys. I appreciate you guys so very much. If you are still here with me right now, thank you guys so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. There we go. Let's see what we get. The Hermit. The Hermit. Well, alright. So, number 20. Breaks down to number 2. Here. Accepting your gifts. Accepting that you are the light inside of that. They're guiding you your way. God is the light. God's giving you this intuition, this strength, this extra skill, this extra piece of knowledge, or however, whichever way you want to categorize it. But let's see what we get. I'll be alright. So here at the bottom it says Gabor, strength. Again, we have the strength card. Okay, like I said, it takes a lot of strength to be able to stand in your truth, in your truth. Okay, and stand in it. Stay in balance. But here it's depicted by the 5 of Cup card, which we had when we first got started, right? Like you not knowing that there's some sort of love behind you, or people wanting to be in a situation with you or something like that. Even though it's the 5 of Cups here, the 5 of Wands is here, and which was competition, right? That we had, with the card that we first had, and it came out in reverse, right? And I was like, yeah, I don't take things in reverse. I think that was this reading, I believe. Okay, so no competition out here. Look at life in that right, right, that was this reading. but with the judgment card there that came out, and then it says judgment also here. The strength of it all, the judgment, and being able to take in all of these different pieces of life as they come, being able to take it in, withhold, withstand, alchemizing it, right? Staying balanced and having a gift to move forward, help others, whatever, however. Interesting. And it's just the way it's supposed to be. You've done so much work to get to this point. Okay, so let's see what we have. First card, we have the Eight of Swords, which was somewhere over here in reverse. And I said, well, now, you don't have to, you're not overthinking something's right here. Eight of Swords. And it says here the color orange, which was here. Oh, Temperance is in reverse, but I'll take it in reverse. And we have the Temperance card, which was right here. Okay. And it says here support or temptation. Okay. So you could, like I said, have somebody that's like lusting over you or wanting to be in your energy. Alright. Now they're overthinking. They've been sitting overthinking about how are they going to convince you. Okay. And here are the oral, the written, and the applied. The layers, the levels, the things that you've done. Okay. To get to that point. Alright, so we have the numbers now, also 25. Oh, wow. Number 2, 5, ceremony. Number 25. Number 7. Alright. God's special number. So here we have it. Eight of Swords. Let me find the card, guys. Give me 1 second. Excuse me. And really, it's the Eight of Wands because it's depicted as the Eight of Swords, which was the card that we had in reverse, but it's really the Eight of, can you see that? Eight of Wands, okay. So it reads Hold, which is the glory, okay. The Sephirah of Hold represents glory and honor and authority. Moses put some of his hold on Joshua, Numbers 27 and 20, and passed his authority on to him. Hold also represents the majesty that God gave to King Solomon, 1 Chronicles 29 and 25. Hold is the first Sephirah on the pillar of severity. It represents being made perfect or obtaining glory through suffering. Like I said, all that you've been through, you've seen, you understand. Okay. Hebrews 2 and 10, Romans 5 and 3, James 1, 1 through 3, 2 Corinthians 4 and 17. Those who share in Christ's suffering will also share in his glory. Romans 8:17, John 17:22, and 1 Thessalonians 2 and 12. The Shekinah is the indwelling glory of God. Wisdom 7:25, or Sirach 1:11 through 19, or Barak 4:1 through 4. Whosoever loves and holds fast to wisdom will obtain glory. Sirach 4:12 through 13. Solomon's relationship with wisdom, who was a gift from God, led to him being endowed with majesty and authority. Proverbs 8 and 15. The Sefer of Hod represents a son of the doctrine beginning the great work immediately following the chemical wedding. It was on the seventh day of the chemical wedding of Christian Rosenkreutz that Christian Rosenkreutz vowed to follow the code of the Knights of the Golden Stone, and he resigned himself to doing the will of the king, at which point he was already victorious based on his intent. The eighth day would mark the beginning of Christian Rosenkreuz's actual chemical wedding, which was the start of his trials, baptism of the spirit or fire. But those events were not contained in the story. The wheel with 8 spokes and the symbol of spirit and the emblem is found throughout the Rider-Waite deck. 8 pointed stars are also a reference to the spirit of wisdom. The number 8, turned on its side, becomes the symbol of eternity or wisdom. Sirach 24 and 9 will exist for all eternity, and will those she aids through the chemical wedding. Galatians 6 and 8. The Hebrew letter Shet, with a value of 8, is associated with both Hod and the chemical wedding. The Sefer Yetzirah lists Shet as one of the 12 simple letters and connects it with speech. The apostles were told not to worry about what they would say because they would be led by the Spirit. Matthew's 10 and 12. Oh my God, can't read. Matthew's 10 and 20. Okay. So then it goes on about the Hebrew letter Shet. Okay. And it says it means fence and consists of the letter Vav and the letter Zayin being combined underneath a wedding canopy. A fence provides privacy, as does a wedding canopy. A Jewish wedding, the wedding canopy, chuppah, represents the covering of the Shekinah, the God's protection, being extended over the couple. Zayin and Vav equals 13, which is also the geometrical value of the word Echad from Deuteronomy 6 and 4. The gematria of Zayin and Vav refers to the oneness of God, as well as the two members of a couple becoming one flesh. Matthew 19 and 5. Okay. So now we have here number 25, which is the Temperance card. Okay. And here you have it. It says on the Kabbalah, the 25th path of wisdom connects Yesod, or the foundation, and Tefereth with beauty, and is associated with the Temperance tarot card. Yesod is associated with the moon and the Sapientia Dia, or the wisdom of God, and Tefereth is associated with the sun and Yeshua. The path the Temperance card is on represents the marriage between the sun and the moon, or the conunito and alchemy. The person appears as an angel, but the spirit of the alchemist would be a better description. In alchemy, wings are added to creatures to symbolize the spirit of a substance when it is in gaseous state. The person on the Temperance card represents the seeker as the alchemist. The gender is not clearly defined because both genders can engage in alchemy, and there is neither Jew or Greek, male or female, within the body of Christ. Galatians 3 and 28. The middle pillar of the Kabbalah represents a balance of male and female polarities and traits which exist in all humans, and these characteristics are not related to a person's sex organs, The Temperance card represents the great work of alchemy and portrays the person's internal transformation. As the alchemist works toward the purification of his or her soul and the transmutation of it into gold. Okay, so it kind of goes on, but it's just like, right, you're transforming yourself here and finding out that you have all these great powers and capabilities, and finding more and more out about yourself and how you can help people and how you've been helping people. Um, and there you have another story or two, however, where you have a person that wants to insert themselves into your dynamic, into your world, um, imposing that this relationship or this thought of a relationship that they have or they see would just be great. But be careful because you don't know where their intentions are. Okay, so just be mindful always. I mean, I don't even have to tell you that. You know that, right? You've been through enough in life to see and know and understand. Um, and here with the oral written applied, basically sum it up really quickly. It's just like I said, you're living life out here, walk it like you talk it in a sense. Um, but I'll read from the from the book. Since this is the last card, so you are planting your seeds and um, receiving what you have planted, all of those great things. Staying in tune with yourself, energies, God, and yeah. Um, Sade's playing in the background. When am I going to make a living? I don't know what that's about. Um, but it was playing in the background. It sounded like she was saying something to the nature. Hold on, let me rewind it. Something about go within, walk within, or something. Hold on, I can't hear. I can't really make out what she said. I'm gonna have to look up the words. But it sound like something like go within, go take a walk, walk within, or something like that. I'm not too sure what she's saying. But however the case, let me see if I can find this card here. Okay, let's see. I cannot find it fast enough. Okay, so it's not Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and it must be the Knight of Wands. Give me 1 second. I have to find it. It's always so hard for me to find this card. Or not the card, but the page. There it is. So it says here the Knight of Wands card, which we did have out here too, the Knight of Wands, where I was like, you just do things your way. Okay, card shows additional connections between some of the major arcana cards in the Rider-Waite deck. The Wheel of Fortune is a forerunner to the Chariot card. The connections between these two cards have already been explored in the description of the Chariot card, but the cards are placed side by side on the Knight of Wands card because they are counterparts that show different stages of the alchemical process. The Chariot card is also related to the High Priestess card and the Hierophant card. High Priestess, Hierophant. Okay. Each of these three cards represent a different aspect of the Word of God on the Kabbalah, or Yah, Kabbalah. These three cards are parallel to each other on the first. I'm sorry, these three cards are parallel to each other on the most vertical paths of each pillar. The Hierophant represents the oral law, okay, that is spoken and revealed to the profane. The High Priestess represents the written law, or the Torah, okay, whose interpretation is concealed because its true meaning is spiritually discerned. And the Chariot represents the word applied or put into action. If wisdom is not utilized, it is of little value. This interpretation of the oral and written law may seem mismatched because the Bible is available for all to read, but the secret tradition of the Jews was shared only by word of mouth. But the mysteries of God are hidden in plain sight, so that people can read the Bible, yet not understand it. And the messages people hear in churches are often the false dogmas of man. I agree. All right, Ophiuchus, if you're still here with me right now, love you guys so very much. Take care of yourselves and don't stop transforming. Stay in tune with yourself. Stay in tune with the vibrations that are surrounding you. Stay in tune with the Most High Power, Yahuwah. And yes, all shall be possible. St. Luke 1:37. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.